Today guys, we are going to be going over the best vehicles in the Contract DLC update based on performance and based on upgrade potential. It's going to be a pretty awesome video. I did this as well for the LS Tuners DLC. You guys seem to enjoy it, so here we are again. So with that said, I hope you enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is a quarter-mile drag race. All the vehicles will start right here and race all the way down to the finish line over here where these girls are cheering for them. And pretty much I'll just calculate the times from when they started to when they crossed the finish line. Every single one of the vehicles is fully maxed out, and as you can see, they're all lined up, so let's see what happens. In last place is the brand new Grainger 3000. It got a time of 14.5 seconds. That isn't terrible. It is a giant SUV, so being able to do a quarter mile in that amount of time isn't really that bad, but it did come in last out of all the vehicles from this update. In 14th place, we have the Military Spec Patriot, one of my favorite vehicles from this update. I can't wait till it comes out, but it got a time of 14.40 seconds, just 0.1 seconds faster than the brand new Grainger. The time honestly isn't too bad, especially for such a gigantic military vehicle. In 13th place, we have the Deity. It got a time of 13.57 seconds. I honestly expected this car to do a little bit better, but then again, don't forget it isn't built for performance, it's built for luxury. And this thing is definitely luxurious, but it did come in 13th place out of all the vehicles from this update. In 12th place, we have the brand new Baller ST. It got a time of 12.75 seconds. That's honestly not too bad. It's a pretty cool Range Rover, got some pretty decent liveries. You can also drop it down to the floor and it's got a pretty decent acceleration, but it did come in 12th place and got a time of 12.75 seconds. Next up is the Ennis Jubilee. It came in 11th place with a time of 12.36 seconds. It's really weird. This vehicle feels a lot faster than it actually is. I don't know why, but it's still a really nice looking Rolls-Royce SUV, and it came in 11th place out of all the new vehicles from this update. In 10th place, we have the Buffalo STX with a time of 12.19 seconds. That's not terrible. I do wish it was a little bit better, but don't forget it is a muscle car. It doesn't have the best traction right off the line, but it's still super awesome. I'm so happy that we finally got it in GTA Online. In 9th place, we have the Pfister Astron with a time of 12.10 seconds, which honestly isn't really bad at all. It's definitely one of the fastest SUVs from this brand new update in terms of a quarter mile drag race. That's pretty great, and it's also a pretty damn nice looking car. In 8th place, we have the Cinquemilla. I think I pronounced that wrong, but it did get a time of 12 seconds on the dot. This is honestly a pretty nice car. It's got some pretty awesome liveries like the one that I have on it, and it is decently fast in a quarter mile drag race, beating out nearly half the vehicles from this update. In 7th place, we have the Comet S2 Cabrio with a time of 11.94 seconds. I'm honestly not surprised. The regular Comet S2 is pretty damn amazing, so I would assume the drop top version is also amazing, just because it's the exact same car, except the Comet S2 has a lot more modifications. But it's still pretty awesome, and it is fairly fast. In 6th place, surprisingly, we have the Champion. I honestly expected this car to do a little bit better, but it got a time of 11.83 seconds. Maybe it's the launch, it didn't have too much traction there, I don't really know, but it came in 6th overall out of all the vehicles from this update. In 5th place, we have the iWagon, which is the new Audi e-tron in GTA 5. It got a time of 11.73 seconds. The reason why is because it is electric, so this thing just takes off. It doesn't have too many customizations and doesn't have the highest top speed, but we'll get into that in a second. But it came in 5th overall for the drag race portion of this video. In 4th place, we have the unreleased Zeno with a time of 11.72 seconds, literally 0.01 seconds faster than the iWagon. This is a pretty awesome car. I really like it, and it came in 4th overall. That's pretty damn good. Just before we take a look at the top 3, if you guys need any money in GTA 5 or some credits in Forza, check out Digazani, the link's down below in the description, and get 10% off at checkout using code FROLIX. In 3rd place, we have the Reaver with a time of 11.12 seconds. It's a very expensive bike that's going to be coming out soon, or it might be out already by the time you're watching this video, but it came in third overall. That is pretty damn good. But is it worth the money? We'll have to see in the future. In second place, we have the new Ignis with a time of 11.09 seconds, which is amazing. It's a beautiful car. It does cost a lot, but in my opinion, it is one of the best cars from this update. And as you can see, it came in second place in the drag race part of the video. And in first place, we have the unreleased Shinobi with a time of 10.5 seconds. This thing is so freaking fast, but it is also like $2 million or a little bit more than that, which is crazy. But it is the fastest vehicle from this update in terms of drag races. Next up is going to be top speeds. Now this doesn't matter all that much just because when you actually race with these vehicles or drive them on regular roads, the top speed will go up and will go down depending on if you're driving uphill, downhill, or the road is bumpy. All of that can affect the speed of the vehicle. So this is just driving on a flat, level track. And we're going to go through it very quickly from the slowest to the fastest. So in 15th place, we have the iWagon with a top speed of 93 miles per hour. 14th place is the Granger 3000 with a top speed of 94 miles per hour. And in 13th place, we have the Patriot Military Spec, also with a top speed of 94 miles per hour. And then in 12th place, we have the Deity with a top speed of 108 miles per hour. In 11th, we have the Jubilee with a top speed of 108 miles per hour as well. In 10th, we have the Baller ST with a top speed of 114 miles per hour. 9th is the Reaver with a top speed of 116 miles per hour. In 8th, we have the Astron with a top speed of 119 miles per hour. In 7th, we have the Shinobi with a top speed of 120 miles per hour. In 6th, we have the Cinquemilia with a top speed of 121 miles per hour. 5th, we have the Buffalo STX with a top speed of 125 miles per hour. And in 4th, we have the S2 Cabrio, also with a top speed of 125 miles per hour. In 3rd, we have the Champion, also with a top speed of 125 miles per hour. And in 2nd, we have the Ignis with a top speed of 126 miles per hour. And in 1st, we have the Zeno with a top speed of 130 miles per hour. That is pretty damn fast. We're going to have to do a video testing out the Zeno versus a bunch of other fast cars. But yeah, those are the top speeds of all the vehicles from the update. Next up is going to be accelerations from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Once again, we're going to go through this fairly quickly, starting from the slowest to the fastest. In 15th place, we have the Granger with a time of 5.39 seconds. 14th, we have the Patriot with a time of 5.16 seconds. 13th is the Deity with a time of 4.31 seconds. 12th is the Bowler ST with a time of 3.51 seconds. 11th is the Astron with a time of 3.32 seconds. 10th is the Cinquemilia with a time of 3.25 seconds. 9th is the Jubilee with a time of 3.18 seconds. 8th is the Champion with a time of 3.17 seconds. 7th is the Comet S2 Cabrio with a time of 3.12 seconds. 6th is the Buffalo STX with a time of 3.11 seconds. 5th is the Zeno with a time of 3.03 seconds. 4th is the Ignis with a time of 2.46 seconds. 3rd is the Reaver with a time of 2.40 seconds. 2nd is the Shinobi with a time of 2.36 seconds. And in 1st, we have the iWagon with a time of 2.11 seconds. Honestly, those are some pretty damn good quarter mile times, except for the Patriot and the Granger, but those don't really count as much because, you know, they're gigantic SUVs. But in terms of the fast cars, damn, we got some pretty fast vehicles in GTA Online from this update. That's pretty awesome. Next up is the upgrade potential. Now, this is nothing like the LS Tuner vehicles. They don't have anywhere near as much upgrades as those, but they still got a decent amount. We're going to start from the vehicles with the lowest amount to the highest amount. And last, we have the Shinobi with 35 upgrades, plus it has super brakes, super transmission, and a level 5 EMS upgrade. In 14th place, we have the iWagon with 37 different customizations. 13th, we have the Champion with 44 different customizations, plus super brakes, super transmission, and a level 5 EMS. 12th is the Granger 3000 with 60 different customizations. 11th is the Reaver with 64 different customizations, plus super brakes, super transmission, and a level 5 EMS upgrade. 10th, we have the Bowler ST with 67 different upgrades. 9th, we have the S2 Cabrio with 75 different upgrades. 8th, we have the Buffalo STX with 86 different upgrades. 7th, we have the Jubilee with 86 upgrades as well. 6th, we have the Patriot Military version with 99 different upgrades. 5th, we have the Ignis with 101 different customizations. 4th, we have the Astron with 104 different customizations, plus super brakes, super transmission, and a level 5 EMS. 3rd place, we have the Deity with 117 different customizations. 2nd, we have the Cinquemilia with 125 different customizations, plus super brakes, a super transmission, and a level 5 EMS. And then first we have the Zeno with 131 different customizations. That is pretty awesome. We have a bunch of different vehicles with super transmission, super brakes, and we also have EMS level 5, which is pretty awesome. But the Zeno has the most customizations out of all the vehicles from this update with 131 total. That's pretty awesome. So I bet you're wondering, what do you buy now? Well, I gathered the medians for every single one of the cars, and in order, from the best to worst, the cars that you should buy, number 1 is the Ignis, is the best bang for your buck in terms of performance. After would be the Shinobi, then the Zeno, the Reaver, the Champion, the Buffalo STX, the Comet S2 Cabrio, the iWagon, the Cinquemilia, the Baller ST, the Astron, the Jubilee, the Deity, the Patriot, and then last, the Granger 3000 being the worst. So the top 3 vehicles that you'd want to buy from this update in terms of performance would be the Ignis, the Shinobi, and the Zeno, based on acceleration, top speed, and doing a quarter-mile drag race. Now, of course, this does not include handling. If I were to add handling into this video, this would be a very, very long video, and I don't want to make it that long, so stay tuned for another video testing out the handling out of all of the vehicles from this update, and then we'll get a final overall score for what you should buy in the end game in terms of everything. But yeah, the best vehicles as of right now, in my opinion, based on these factors, would be the Ignis, the Shinobi, and the Zeno, if you were to buy any of them. And obviously, the Shinobi and Zeno have not been released yet as I'm making this video, so maybe save up for them because you're going to need like $4.5 to $5 million in order to purchase them. So yeah, that's going to cost some money. But the Ignis is in the game right now, hands down, best car from this update based on the tests that we have done. But anyways, that's pretty much going to wrap the video up for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped you out if you're looking to buy one of the new DLC cars. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the next video.